How do you lead your family like an Ephesians 5 man? If you've ever wondered what it really means to be a husband and a father who loves, leads, and sacrifices the way God calls us to, this video is for you. Today, I'm breaking down what Ephesians 5 leadership looks like in real life and how you can step into that calling with strength, humility, and purpose. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 actionable steps to lead your family the way Christ leads the church. Now, let me be as transparent as I can be. I have failed miserably at this. I've been a horrible husband, a horrible father, and a horrible church member. So why do I feel comfortable teaching this? I don't. I'm the least qualified to teach on this subject, but I feel God has called me to speak on this topic because He wants others to learn from my colossal failures. I'm doing this out of obedience rather than firsthand experience of success in this area. You have to realize that mercy always wins. It's God's mercy that's allowing me to share this information with you today. God's truths are true no matter who's teaching them. You would rather learn from someone else's mistakes rather than your own, right? So let's jump in. Point number 1, love like Christ. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. That's not just a verse. It's the standard. Leading like an Ephesians 5 man starts with sacrificial love. This isn't about dominance. It's about daily choosing to love with patience, kindness, and humility, even when it's hard. Christ's love was not conditional. He laid down His life. As a leader in your home, you're called to lay down pride, selfishness, and inconvenience to love your wife, kids. If you start here, choosing love over ego, you'll be amazed how respect, trust, unity begin to grow in your home. Point number 2, lead with servant leadership. Leadership in God's eyes doesn't look like the world's version of power. Servant leadership means putting your family's needs above your own agenda, guiding by example rather than force. Jesus washed His disciples' feet. Those feet were dirty. I don't care if the disciples were wearing the latest pair of Jordans. They weren't, by the way. Their feet were stinky. They were wearing sandals. Best. They were walking through dirt and livestock manure. They probably weren't showering regularly. Jesus did it anyway. And get this, He did it with a good attitude. He led by serving. If you do it with an attitude like Jesus, they learn that true strength is gentle and selfless. When your wife sees you clean the bathroom without being asked, it makes you unshakable. Your home becomes a place of security, not fear. One of my favorite examples of spiritual covering is the story of Dave Drebke, a former Major League Baseball pitcher. In the late 80s, Dave was on top of the world, living his dream in the big leagues. Then, he was diagnosed with cancer in his pitching arm. His career almost ended overnight. But here's the standout story. Dave didn't let this devastation destroy his faith or his role as a spiritual leader at home. Instead, he leaned on God more than ever, praying openly with his wife and children, sharing scriptures daily, and refusing to let fear have the final word. His home became a place of hope because they saw him running to Christ in his darkest moment. That's what spiritual covering looks like. It's not about having all the answers. It's about showing your family where to find the answers. Start with small, consistent steps. Praying before meals or reading a Bible verse at bedtimes are good starts, and watch your family's faith grow from it. Point number 4, communicate with grace. Your words can either build your family up or break them down. Grace-filled communication means listening more than you talk. And when you do speak, you speak life, not criticism. Ephesians 4:29 says, "No corrupt talk come out of your mouth, only such as is good for building up." Choose to encourage. Teach through patience, not yelling. If you find that you're not at your best self when you're drinking alcohol, it's time to quit. One of my mentors, Dr. Will, better known as the Dean of College Speakers, once said, "If you have problems when you drink, then you're a problem drinker." He was approached by a college student at the end of his presentation, found exception to this quote. He said, "Dr. Kopp, I only drink once a year." Dr. Kopp said, "What happens when you drink?" The kid said, "I get arrested." "Then you're a problem drinker." We've got to make better choices. We've got to do things that are going to help us out and help our families out. When your wife and your kids know your words are safe and that you are safe, they'll run to you, not from you. Point number 5, walk in accountability. An Ephesians 5 man doesn't lead alone. Accountability means surrounding yourself with godly men who sharpen you, challenge you, keep you on track. Isolation is dangerous. Get in a men's group, find a mentor, or simply ask a brother in Christ to check in on you. But it's not their responsibility. yours. You need to be consistent. You need to be honest. You need to be real. No more masks. No more half-truths. No more lies just to make yourself look good. Strong men ask for help. We can't do it alone. Even lions travel in a pride. They communicate with each other by using roars, which allows them to stay in contact with each other when they're apart. The ability to communicate helps them coordinate their movements, find food, and alert each other to danger. Lions can roam far distances while maintaining their pride's territory and safety. Why shouldn't we do the same? You need other men to watch your back, and you need to watch theirs too. The Christian life is a team sport, with Jesus as the team captain. God uses other men to pour into you, and when you have been poured into you, you'll have more to pour into your family. Leading your family like an Ephesians 5 man isn't about perfection, it's about direction. Start with love, leading by serving. Cover your home in prayer, speak life, and stay accountable. If this video encouraged you, share it with a friend who needs this reminder today. You know what? Share it with the guy you don't think needs this because he looks like he's got it all together. That's the man that needs this the most. And I'm speaking from experience. If you're ready to fully step into this Ephesians 5 calling, type "I'm ready" in the comments. I'd love to pray for you personally. Be blessed, and remember, mercy always wins. Wait.